There is something off about most productive systems. Either they are too complicated, too difficult to set up, or sometimes difficult to understand. Forget about all this noise and complicated system and get back to basic. In this video, we'll talk about 3-2-1 rule, the most simplest, spontaneous, and effortless productive systems ever made. In fact, it's word that I used that turned this productive system into this, using 3-2-1 rule. So without any delay, let's jump into the video. This strategy was introduced to me by this YouTube channel, so do check out his channel, the inverted pyramid method. Always start your day with the most important task, spending majority of your time on completing that task. Let's say 3 hours, and after the time is completed or the time to complete that task is completed, then you move to second most important task and you funnel down, spending your time in an adequate amount. In this 3-tier system, you spend 3 hours in your most important task, 2 hours in second most important task, and an hour in third most important task. This is why I call it 3-2-1 rule. That's pretty much it, and it's that simple. No complicated calendar scheduling, no insane planning, just complete your task. Put your phone aside in an aeroplane mode and get going with your work. The hours that you spend in this 3-tier system is arbitrary. For me, 3-2-1 system works efficiently as it is easy to remember and allows me to spend my time proportionally in each task. But for you, it might be something different. It might be either 3-2-1 or 3-1-2, or it might be 4-2-1, anything. Make your routine in such a way that you don't get burned out trying to complete that task. Don't put a lot of things in that routine, just put the things that are important to you. And rather than being busy on doing a lot of tasks, be productive on doing these few tasks that really matters to you. The most important part of this system is what goes into this 3 slot. If you're like me, don't put something useless or stupid stuff and waste your time. Think about what is the most important task that you want to accomplish within 3 hours. What goals you want to achieve in this time, and without wasting any time, just hop into it. But yeah, sometimes 3 hours to complete some important task might not be sufficient. But no matter the task is completed or not, if the time is up to complete that task, if 3 hours is completed, then just move to the second most important task. And this is strategy number 2. Let's say my most important tasks for today is to write script and make title thumbnail for YouTube videos. As it being the most important task, I allocate 3 hours to complete that task. But sometimes writing script might take a bit longer than 3 hours, or sometimes it might take 6-7 hours, but let's say today it took me a bit longer than 3 hours, or exactly 3 hours. So unknowingly, I spent 3 hours just in making script, leaving no time to make title and thumbnail. So now, rather than focusing on making title thumbnails after the completion of 3 hours, I just moved to second most important task. And after the completion of 2 hours, I funneled down the pyramid. And after the completion of this 3-2-1 system, always you have flexibility to move back to your first important task and you can complete that task. I just said you before, after the 3 hours, just move into the second most important task. This is because if you start to extend the time to complete one task, then you'll build a habit to extend the time to complete that same task again and again. And eventually, throughout your entire day, you'll only be able to complete that single task. Or sometimes you may not even be able to complete that one task and end your day with loads of guilt. So no matter the previous task is completed or not, just hop into the another task if the time is up. In this way, you will feel productive throughout your entire day and your checklist also gets checked. But in the process of following 3-2-1 system, try utilizing your time efficiently. Use Pareto principle to utilize your time. It states that for many outcomes, the 80% of results come from 20% of input. This is the power of leverage. If you only focus on these 20% of the task, then you'll not only be efficient, but you'll have much more time to do other tasks. Just like going out for the football match, or hanging out with your friends, or playing PS in a classroom, joining the projector. So recognize what 20% of the input that you are doing gives you 80% of the results, and focus on those 20% of the work that really matters to you. Most of the people have heard about this, but they does not utilize this in their day-to-day life, or does not utilize this consistently in their work, and end up focusing on wrong things, which causes to put more hard work. I've seen my friends writing the same note 5 times with different colors so that they can remember that thing, and I've also been the victim of this pointless hard work, and often I call myself busy by doing this stupid task. After a certain time, I realized that this was not working for me. So I thought, rather than coding myself as busy, I started to focus on those 20% of the task or input that gave me 80% of the results. We don't often realize that calling ourselves as busy is just an excuse to not focus on important tasks and focusing on stupid things. So rather than being busy, focus to be more productive. And the best way to be productive is to focus on important tasks, right? After waking up, brush your teeth, wipe your butt, and get back to work. And just get started. No fancy scheduling, no deep planning, just do it and follow 3-to-1 rule with Pareto principle. And that's it, the most simplest time management technique. If you found this video valuable, share it with your friends, share them to like and subscribe for more techniques like this. Until next time, keep learning, keep growing.